to Creating and Adventuring with Katrina, and I am here in Tulum, and I am literally right now in Holistica. So I came to spend part of my day here today. It's a beautiful wellness resort, and if you're tuning in with me for the first time, I am Katrina Julia. I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur, creator, and global traveler. And this series, I am sharing creating and adventuring all around the world. So this specific week, I am highlighting things from May 23rd through the 30th, and then giving you guys some insight into the 31st through June 6th. So in terms of creating and how I structure my days and in my weeks is a couple of things that I want to highlight, especially if you're tuning in for the first time. I start my mornings off 95% of the time, and I am not perfect, with a Sacred 7 morning routine that includes I ams, music, Bible reading, prayer, message, journaling, and movement. And 7 steps to success, which go across spiritual, mental, emotional, relational, playful, physical, and financial. And then how I create goes into a Create 7. And that is prioritized through launches, community, scaling, clearing, projects, media, and series. And you can see in different ways how that lines up. And some days I might do one thing, some days I might do 3, some days I might do 7, and or the team and I combine to do 7 or be 7, and also with automation. And how that breaks down into helping me prioritize. And this is what I really want to emphasize for my fellow multi-passionate people, is I have a super focus every single day, every single month. My current super focus is I'm creating a life and business I love. I'm creating and scaling and receiving $3,000 to $25,000 daily to weekly to monthly with ease, love, and grace in June 2021. And I am supervisor and world team in June 2021 with Herbalife Nutrition. Okay, then I take all that and focus into 3 focal points. So I want to give you this background before I get into what this week looked like. And this week, the 3 focal points always are currently, I should say, because things do evolve, broke down into community, creators, and creatives. And so community, that means doing things on a business to business level. That means leveraging. And how I did that this week was through a platform integrated named Intellifluence, which is an influencer marketing platform and an ongoing proposal. Also with GLG, which is a management consulting platform for management consulting calls and ongoing work. Also with a platform with travel called Workaway that can help you find press trips, literal workaways, and different things. And then also a new platform that I discovered called Marketer for Hire that can help with ongoing work, where you submit a form, then they vet you through a couple of steps, okay? So that's several of the ways where I focused on community and moving the needle forward. But in addition to that, you guys definitely check out my prior series, because I have ongoing tasks that are either automated and or delegated with my virtual assistants, like reaching out for ongoing pitches, like reaching out to Fortune 500 companies via LinkedIn, and several other things that are ongoing tasks, okay? And our ongoing automation. The second thing is creatives. So different marketing and things for our Costa Rica retreat to see if that's gonna go for August. Then also on Intellifluence, as well as a campaign for influencer management. So you can see there's a common thread with Intellifluence and with creatives. And so all this ties to launches. So I also have an ongoing blog, an ongoing show, YouTube, and several and social media that tie into wellness, media, business, and travel that tie into the launches, tie into the online club, like the Creation Club, the monthly mastermind that's on a subscription basis, and or the Create It Summit that runs every quarter or semi-annual or annually as we develop, okay? So all that is extremely intentional and prayerful. So in that particular week, you guys, I created, I want to say, over 12 Instagram reels, over 3 blogs, over 3 shows recorded. So you can see how everything from a macro and a micro level was very integrated. Now, playtime. What did I do for playtime? So the other thing that I, as a current digital nomad, as I'm traveling the world for the next 2+ years, 100% of the time, I'm constantly thinking about how to structure my days, whether, I have an adventure or something in nature in the morning, whether I do it midday, whether I stay, at my cabana all day, whatever it is. And in this particular week, it was a really interesting week. So one of the days I came here to Holistica as well, which is why I decided to record this video here. And then I held off on more adventures because one of my big adventures in this particular week was going to Mexico City and spending less than 24 hours there. Now, why did you do that, Katrina? Let me tell you. So, my Apple computer from 2017, I realized when I was in Guatemala, it started to overheat. And then I realized it is out of warranty and that I still had a trade-in value on my existing computer that was showing up on the Apple site to be about $300 to $400. And I said, okay, you can either donate or try to sell the computer. And I quickly found out that an Apple reseller, iShop in Guatemala and in Mexico, and even a national or global provider like Office Depot or iShop will not accept a trade-in. So I quickly discovered basically my only option to get credit on the trade-in, and then also subsequently VAT, would be to go to Mexico City to the actual Apple store. So I ended up leaving Tulum on Thursday, taking the ADO bus to the Cancun airport, then going straight to the Apple store. I'll talk about even more on my experience in the next video. Getting my computer, thankfully, getting the trade-in credit, going to my Airbnb, you guys, in Mexico City that had a jacuzzi on the roof. Amazing. Such a great way to end the day. And then flying out the next morning after experiencing Chapultepec Park. So quick in and out trip. Mexico City has a ton to see and do, but currently I'm staying grounded and stable in Tulum and then later Valladolid. And I didn't currently want to be more in the city from an energetic and spiritual standpoint, but also because the cases there are currently higher. So I will likely go back to that side of Mexico probably 2022. And I did explore possibly going to the US to trade in my Mac, but the cheapest round trip tickets were like $1,000 versus my round trip ticket to go to Mexico City was $80. So that was my creating and adventuring from the May 23rd through the 30th. And on the blog, I break down the days even more in detail that you can see. And then the following week, I was really feeling I hadn't taken like a week. I always assess every week, but I hadn't taken a week to assess, to flow, to really give myself the freedom to not have so much structure in a while and really open myself up to spontaneity and flexibility. So I did that the following week and spent more time in nature or more time just assessing from the inside out how I wanted the next week to go. So comment down below on how you're creating, transforming, and inspiring. And if you're curious on how to get an Apple computer while you're overseas and insights into a trade-in and keyboards, stay tuned for the following video on my experience on how to get an Apple computer overseas and insights into my Apple Store Mexico City visit.